Kenzie, and welcome back. We have another artist that William suggested. This is going to be Chris Webby. I had three songs to choose from. I'm gonna do this one today, and then based on if I really like this guy, I'll do another one tomorrow. But this is the first one that popped up when I looked up his name. So we have Back on My BS, and I'm guessing that's gonna stand for bullshit. You never know these days. I thought, XGTGIF was Thank God It's Friday, and then they came out with Thank God I'm Fly, and I was like, oh, okay. But I'm gonna assume it's bullshit because it just doesn't really make any sense otherwise. But let's go ahead and get started. I'm really excited. Love discovering new people.
Nowadays, people find one thing you said 8, 9, 10 years ago, bring it back up now and cancel your whole fucking career over it. So let me make it easy for you and just say it all right now. My pronouns are fuck you and suck my dick. Unglued, I punch through and bust my clip. I'm a feminist worst enemy running my lip. Now get back in the kitchen, you fucking uptight bitch. Far as gender roles go, maybe I'm just old. Maybe I'm just sick of women's marches blocking the road. Sick of a culture where bitch you'll think looks alone is enough to walk around like the whole world owes them. And in my opinion, ladies, yo, we both got a place in the way that the world works, since we all were just apes. And when you need us to protect you, man, he'll shoulder the weight. And if he doesn't, he's a pussy, which I know is the case with a lot of these little Gen Z arrogant jerks who got so many MMR shots, their brains don't work. And they've been saying for years that autism's on the rise. No shit, it's right in front of our eyes. And yeah, I know that I'm an old.
So I was like, I don't really know where he's going with this. I mean, he's talking a lot of stuff, man. He's talking a lot of shit. Like, talking a lot of bullshit, but that's okay. um, Autism thing made me laugh because I'm not like laughing at people with autism, like at all. At all. I've handled some children, with autism, and it can be very hard for the person. And I understand that. I'm laughing because he is right. It's becoming on the right. It's like a new fad, it's a new trend. I have autism because I don't remember what I was getting in the next room when I walked in there. Do you know how many people walk into a room for something and forget what they were in there for? I do it all the time. I don't have autism. So it's like any kind of like a symptom or whatever. It's just an automatic, I have this and I have that. No, you don't. Like my sister Wednesday, it's also doctors. Doctors are out to get money for the most part. My sister I swear, does not have autism. She might be a little bit on the spectrum, but not to that extreme. Literally, the only symptom that my sister would be able to share in any kind of relation to someone with autism is the fact that she gets frustrated. And when I mean frustrated, I mean like really frustrated. But she only gets that way when it comes to school stuff. I've only ever seen her that way when it came to school stuff. Anything else, she's fine. Like she doesn't like she's fine. Like she's a perfectly functioning adult. Like there's nothing wrong with her. I'm not saying that autism is something that's wrong with you, because it's not. Just like with my BPD, it's an illness, but that doesn't mean that anything's really wrong with me. So there's nothing wrong, with that. But it's become like the newest fad. And I just don't understand that. I just don't get it. It reminds me of back in my day when I was in high school, middle school, high school. Um, People made cutting yourself a fad. Why is this a trend? This should not be a trend. Like, and as someone that struggles with that kind of addiction since time I was like 11 years old, it's not funny. It's not something that you should be parading around by all means. It's like being a fucking meth or a heroin addict and just going around like, yeah, man, I shoot up that heroin. Yeah, man, I want to hit that meth, man. It's not cool. Like, why are we sitting here making this a fad? I don't understand. Like, I had this guy in high school. I think his name was Brendan or something like that. But he just went up and down the aisle in math class, lifting his shirt up like, look what I did. Look what I did. That's attention seeking. That is seeking attention. Like, I'm not even, like, that is the definition of seeking attention. And I would get frustrated as someone that struggles with that because I'm not looking for attention. I did nothing but try to hide it. I hid it from my parents. I was sitting there wearing hoodies in the summer, and obviously my sister has to rat me out because my sisters are awful. And then I got in so much trouble. Like, they're like, oh, you're just seeking attention, blah, blah. If I were seeking attention, I would be telling you. I would be making it super visible. I'd be putting that in your face. But I'm not, so I'm not looking for attention. I'm literally struggling with my own mental health, and you're not caring. My parents completely shoved off my mental health. I was literally 8 years old, and no, 11 years old. I think I was 11 years old. When I was 11 years old, I don't remember this. I have, because of my BPD, I switch memories, and when I go through so much trauma, I switch the memories around. So I have a different memory than this, but apparently I tried to hang myself. And my parents just shoved that off. I don't even know why I'm on this topic because we were talking about autism and I'm just like, I'm sidetracking and I'm so sorry. I do that. I sidetracked. But yeah, point is, why are we making things a fad that don't need to be a fad? Like, it just feels like we're making fun of them. I feel like my sister is making fun of people that actually have autism and are really struggling with their day-to-day life. And she's got a job, went to school, and all kinds of stuff. And she's like, it's just like, I have autism. I'm really on the spectrum. No, you're not. You just stop because there are other people that really struggle with this kind of thing, and you're just really kind of just, it just feels like you're making fun of them. So, anyways, we're just gonna take that back. Honestly, I'm just gonna take it all the way back.
10 years ago, bring it back up now and cancel your whole fucking career over it. So let me make it easy for you and just say it all right now. My pronouns are fuck you and suck my dick. Unglued, I punch through and bust my clip. I'm a feminist worst enemy running my lip. Now get back in the kitchen, you fucking uptight bitch. Far as gender roles go.
I just realized that I'm struggling. I'm struggling as a woman with that line. I don't even know if I want to get into that because just because I am a woman does not mean that I belong in a fucking kitchen. Okay, we are all equals, and I care less if you're a man, and I care less if I'm a woman. I will not be sitting there cooking your meals and doing your laundry and blah blah blah. We are equals. You can do your own laundry. You can cook your own meals. It's different if we're coming together and it's like, hey, I'm making dinner tonight. This is what I'm making. You want some? I'll make some extra. You know? How do you want it? That's cool. If you're making dinner one night, hey babe, I'm making dinner tonight. Do you want this? But you got me fucked up. If you think that if I wanna make pasta that night, but you want a burger, I could care less. I don't want a burger. Why should I have to sit there and take the time to make you a burger when I'm not even making myself? It's different if I'm already making myself a burger. Then okay, I'll make you a burger. But I'm making something different, something completely opposite. If you want a burger, go make your own fucking burger. Like, are you really that lazy? Go take out the trash. Man, it's like, pick up your dirty socks. What are we doing? I am not your maid. Like, I go to work too. And I know people, I literally, one of my closest friends, okay, I get so frustrated with her, man, because she goes to school. She's actually just finished school, but she went to school full time. She's on her third kid, so she had two kids to take care of and going to work full time. And you know what he was doing? Oh man, did you see that? Yeah, I killed him. Yeah, playing video games. She'd be like, babe, can you take out the trash? I'm in a match right now. Takes 3 days to take out the trash. Are you kidding me right now? Some of these men have really gotten really lazy. Like, that is not fair. You cannot sit there and ask me take care of the children, go to school and go to work, and then take care of your laundry and cook for you? Out your mind. This girl goes out her way and spends like 4 hours making mac and cheese for her man. Mac and cheese. She don't even want mac and cheese. She wants a salad. But she's spending 4 hours in the kitchen making mac and cheese because he wants it baked and he's got to have his stuff shredded and everything's got to be. Go in the kitchen yourself, shred the motherfucking cheese, and make that mac and cheese yourself. That is not okay. What the are we doing here? I do not care about gender roles. That is not a thing in this day of society. Unless I am an at-home mother, okay, and I am not working and you are paying all of the bills, and when I mean all of the bills, I mean all of the bills. My phone bill, my car payment, my insurance, food, gas, anything I need. If I want my hair done, if I want this and that, if I want to buy a game, unless you are taking care of every single thing that I need, I do not want to hear it. I do not want to hear it. That is just, I am just so sorry, this is gonna be a long video too. I have just so much to say.
I punch through and bust my clip. I'm a feminist worst enemy running my lip. Now get back in the kitchen, you fucking uptight bitch. Far as gender roles go, maybe I'm just old. Maybe I'm just sick of women's marches blocking the road. Sick of a culture where a bitch will think looks alone is enough to walk around like the whole world owes them. And in my opinion, ladies, yo, we both got a place in the way that the world works, since we all were just apes. And when you need us to protect you, men will shoulder the weight. And if he doesn't, he's a pussy, which I know is the.
That's nothing. I don't need protecting. I honestly feel like it's a huge turnoff for me. If a dude's just over here like, oh, I'm a big macho man, and I'm gonna take care of you, and if a man tries to hit on you, I'm gonna take care of that too. You look stupid, first of all. You just look stupid. Unless they're, the only time that I would even need you to be a macho man is if there might be a burglar coming in. And even then, I think I can handle it. And if I can't, oh fucking well. Okay? That's my life to deal with. I don't need a man to to hold my hand and to be a big macho boy and take care of the issues. It's fine. I've been independent my whole life, okay? I definitely don't need that. I don't need that. I already have a dad. I already have a daddy, and I certainly do not need another one. If I wanted a big macho man to take care of me, I'd go move back in with my dad. But that's just how that feels. You know, your dad, being a dad is supposed to be the macho-ness. That's the only circumstance I can see a man being a big macho man and taking care of things. You take care of your children. You do not need to, no. If a woman cannot take care of herself, I don't know. I don't know. I don't like being as a bisexual woman. I do not want a woman that can't take care of herself. If I have to sit there and hold your hand while you're getting bullied and get and put you behind me and be like, "Don't talk to my woman that way," but you better handle your own. Talk. Say something. I don't know, but if you're gonna look at me like I'm stupid, I don't know what to say. You're not the one for me. That's all I know. I'm all for equality though. I'm just all about equality. That's just me. I'm one of those people.
The case with a lot of these little Gen Z arrogant jerks who got so many MMR shots they brains don't work, and they've been saying for years that autism's on the rise. No shit, it's right in front of our eyes. And yeah, I know that I'm an old head now. I'm grown and graduated. I made it just in time to be considered outdated to a younger generation who didn't grow up saying Jew jokes and words like faggot when they were playing. So now I'm just a bigot for the culture I was raised in, back in the days when Chinese just meant Asian and people were too.
He's really good. He's really good, you know, like I'm not gonna doubt his talent. I just personally, with a lot of the things that he's saying, I strongly disagree with. I'm so stressed about it. I'm so stressed. Oh, I'm a softie. I'm a softie. I'm sorry. I mean, and I grew up, but I grew up being bullied by my siblings. So like my sister made a name up. Like I had cut my hair, and it wasn't even a mullet. I swear, it was just like choppy layered, you know. But my sister ended up calling me Joe Dirt. And so everyone around the school started calling me Joe Dirt. That is like to sit there and bully your own sibling like that and make the whole school bully your sibling like that is just really fucked up, man. And so, yeah, you can call me a softie all you want, but I don't handle those jokes. I don't do like the Jew jokes and whatnot. I don't do jokes like that. It's really mean. Unless you're like like a legit comedian, you're in a crowd of people that want to listen to that. That's a different story because at that point you are making jokes and whatnot. But like, there's just a way of going about things. I mean, it's just that's like it would be like me going up. Okay, like I have a taste in men. I like my men very dark, very black. That's just what I'm into. And so I'm seeing this guy, and I couldn't imagine going up to him and just saying something like, something about picking cotton or something, like, and that's why you need to go pick up cotton or you need to go back to your roots and blah, blah, blah. That is not funny. That is really mean. Like, what? I really think that mean comments are jokes and it's not. It's just so mean. Or like even yo mama jokes. You can go from like it things can differ and it can really depend on who you're with and what you're talking about. Like imagine knowing someone personally and this mom, okay, you have dude number one, dude number two, okay, and dude number two's mom like passed away of a drug overdose. Imagine dude number one's, knowing that. And they're doing yo mama jokes just for the fun of it. Dude number two's like, yo mama's so big, she can't even get on a bus or blah, blah. And then the person, guy number one's like, yeah, and your mama was such a druggie that she overdosed. Like, oh, that's not a joke anymore. That's really mean. Why would you say something like that? I just don't know. I was explaining to my niece one day, I said, now imagine if you were to go get dressed and you were so excited about your outfit. You think it looks like the shit. It's so cute. And I were to look at you and be like, oh, did you just get out of bed that way? That's mean. I was like, how would you make that? How would that make you feel? She's like, it made me really sad. So, right, because you worked on your outfit. You liked that outfit. You thought long and hard about your outfit. And I went and came along and made you feel like you just rolled out of bed and you look like shit. That's really mean. Like, it's not funny. And I mean, you can say something or not, but I mean, I just would rather raise my kids to be kind and not a bully. That's just how I feel.
I was raised in back in the days when Chinese just meant Asian and people were too busy to just sit around complaining. So why the whole world keep changing? Spread the word. Webby's back up on that bullshit again. If you're a pussy, I suggest you run and hide. And go tell your friends. Webby's back up on that bullshit again. And this time I think I've truly lost my mind.
Yeah, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, I'm the generation that I grew up with an iPad, so I think it's silly what these kids identify as. Still make jokes anytime I see a pride flag. Never out of hate, it's just funny to me, my bad. Is it a trans man or a cross-dressing man who's physically achieving the things that only a man can? Then demanding that I be calling a ma'am, and shit is out of hand, but damn trans ma'am. I'm just a dumb cis man, but at least I'm trying to fucking understand. But it seems that I've been passed by the society that I'm in, walking around looking confused at things like Biden. Wait, let me not compare.
I have my own views on that kind of stuff as well. I'm all about the respect and whatnot. So I do my utmost, even if I don't understand something. For example, I will probably never understand non-binary or anything of the sorts. It really doesn't make much sense to me. I don't understand how you can wake up and be like, I'm a man today. And the next day you can wake up and be like, I'm a woman today. It just doesn't make any sense, or neither. I just don't get it. But I'm super respectful, so I'm never going to sit there and be like, "Oh, you're wrong," or "Why are you like that?" Blah blah blah. I'm just gonna respect it because you are who you are, and you should be respected as the person that you are, and you shouldn't feel like you can't be who you are. um, so I'll never make anyone feel like they're wrong for that and whatnot. I might not understand it, but that's not for me to understand, to be honest. Um, I just need to be respectful of that. Um, I can understand a trans. I can 100% get down with that. And I explain that in such a way because can you imagine though, like being born in this life? Like, for example, I'm a woman, okay? I love my hair being done. I love wearing nails on occasion. I love makeup and I love wearing pretty little dresses and tutus, okay? I love all of that good shit. I am 110% a female. That doesn't mean I don't have male tendencies. Because I'm bisexual, I have a lot of male tendencies actually. I want to be the man of the relationship. Like, I want to hold the balls. I have the balls. Like, that's where I'm at. Like, I'll take you on fancy dates and whatnot and hold the door open for you and all kinds of stuff. But I'm still very much a woman. That's for sure. But I can't imagine, though, being something my whole life and, say, getting reincarnated into a male in the next life. I mean, I'm not going to be upset about it, but I might feel a little confused. I might feel a little out of place because in my past life, I was a woman. I had boobs and all kinds of stuff, and I wore all these pretty things. I might still be into that stuff. I might still, look at myself like a woman, even though I have a penis. I mean, a flat chest. I wouldn't be upset about it because, I actually may feel a little excited, but from that standpoint, though, or being, a cis man, a straight man at that. Can you imagine being a straight man your whole life? All you like is women. You don't like dudes. You don't like pretty things, blah, blah, blah. And you're born into the next life as a woman that's forced to wear dresses and look pretty and all this stuff. You might feel a little bit like, this just doesn't feel like me. I don't like this. I don't want to do this. I don't want to have these boobs. I don't want to date men. I don't want to look like this. And you want to wear baggy jeans and a t-shirt. I mean, and that's okay. And it's understandable. That's just kind of how I view things. Just imagine that. Just imagine being you as who you are, and then being reborn as something completely different, and not feeling like it's right. Like there was some kind of mistake that happened. Like this isn't what you wanted. This is just what you got unfortunately stuck with. It's some more understanding. In that perspective. But again, I might not understand a lot of things, but I'm going to do my best to be respectful, because that's just what we deserve as people, as human beings. However, there's one thing that I really just can't get behind, and you can hate on me all you want for saying it. I never understand a furry. Do not get it. I mean, I'm also not going to sit there and criticize them and be rude to them. By all means, I'm not going to be that kind of person because that's not my place. But I might look and be like, I mean, I can't help that. I mean, my face is gonna say something. I'm gonna try not to be rude or anything, because I don't want to be that person. And again, you should always respect people and how they are. It just strikes me as a little why. Like, why? Why do you feel the need to wear a tail and howl at the moon? I just don't like. I don't get it, but I mean, to each their own, though. Anyways, let's continue this. Lots to talk about. Lots to talk about.
Diamond walking around looking confused at things like Biden. Wait, let me not compare myself to a pedophile. Though I do buy coke from his son once in a while. He be putting in his orders to an Al-Qaeda supporter who just walks right over the fucking border about a mile. Hunter did the whole pile. I just did a couple bumps. Then he bought a couple kids and he threw them in the trunk. Wait, fuck, I am so not down with this kind of stuff. And that's how I killed myself when the Clintons showed up. Yeah, I'ma talk shit in a world gone stupid. Taking ivermectin while the world got boosted. Trying to hold ground while the world's uprooted. Speaking up till the world mutes it. Spread the word. Webby's back up on that bullshit again. If you're a pussy, I suggest you run and hide. And go tell your friends. Webby's back up on that bullshit again. And this time I think I've truly lost my mind.
You're all a bunch of pussies.
Ever since I said I'm voting Trump,
I might be soft, but one thing I will say is I'm not a pussy and I'm not afraid to stand my ground and say something. I am that person. I used to not be that person. In high school, I was very docile. I let everybody stomp all over me. I will not do it anymore. I will not put up with it. And every year that goes by, I just get more cuntier. And I do not care because I'm not going to allow people to walk all over me just because I'm a woman or sus nature. I don't care. You can shut your mouth. And if you don't have nothing nice to say, you cannot say anything at all. But I am that person now. I am that person to where my mom has a kid running through our yard every day and she don't like it. And I'm like, do you need me to go out there and say something? Because I sure the fuck will. I will not hesitate to tell that little boy to quit running through the fucking yard. I will go get their parents. I am not even joking. I am that person. I am a Karen. Not always, but I can definitely be that kind of person. And I just don't care. Like, I'm not going to allow it. There was one time I was so mad. Um, no hate against Christians. I have a lot of Christian friends. There are a few, though, that really piss me off. And when I mean piss me off, I mean piss me off because they go door to door. They want to throw their pamphlets in trash, begging and harassing people to go to their church and whatnot. And it's not okay. It's not okay to go and shove your religion and shove your opinions down someone else's throat. It's not okay. It's just not cool. If a person wants to, man, yeah, they threw a pamphlet at my mom's door. And I went and threw it back at their car. I was super mad. One time, at another house of hers, they came to her door, and I was like, let me get this. My niece wanted to answer the door, and I was like, you can't answer the door to strangers. Let me get it. So I got it, and I figured out who they were. I was like, hold on, baby. And I stepped outside because I'm not going to, first of all, I don't want to taint her mind. She's welcome to believe whatever she wants to believe in the future. I don't want her to feel like she's going to be wrong or she's being brainwashed. I want her to choose whatever she wants to choose in her future. And I don't care. If she wants to end up going to church and being a Christian, more power to her. That's cool with me. I don't care. But I want that to be her decision. I don't want that to be forced. I don't want anything to be forced. I want that to be their decision. So I got very upset and they were like, where is Katie, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, well, that's my mom and she's inside, but what do you need from her? Well, we contacted her once before. Okay, well, did she reach out? Did she call you guys and ask you guys to come back out? No, but we just wanted to follow up. Okay, well, that's harassment and that's very rude. And we don't do that. I don't sit there as a Satanist and go door to door and tell you guys that you guys are wrong and you need to follow me and follow this, blah, 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 because that's not okay. It's not cool. I'm not going to push my opinions on someone else. I don't even do that with the children. They can believe what they want. I don't care. But yeah, I was like, if my mom wants to attend your church, she will attend your church. If my mom wants to reach out to you, she will reach out to you. You do not need to come over here to her house and force it. That's beyond rude. It's one thing to go to a store and hand out your pamphlets, but to harass people in their own home that they live in where they should feel safe and comfortable is beyond me. I'll never understand that kind of thing. I just don't. Like, leave people alone. Let people choose what they want to choose. If you think they're wrong, that's your opinion. That's not theirs, and it doesn't matter. Is it harming you? Is it doing anything to you? What is it doing? Oh, you're sad. You want to say I don't. It doesn't. They're not. It's not doing anything to you. It's not directly harming you. Leave it be. Leave it alone. Anyways, went off topic again there, but you know what I mean. I gotta finish this.
lost my mind.
You're all a bunch of pussies.
Ever since I said I'm voting Trump, I've been a bad guy too. A group of fans I didn't even know I had to lose. And since you're leaving, let me read you one last haiku. Yo, guess what? I voted for him last time too.
But you used to hate Trump. How dare you change your opinion? How dare you grow as a person? How dare you say something different than the
See, I'm not registered to vote. I've never voted. Don't want to. Because personally, I have not met a candidate to where I've been like, yes, I want them. That's who I want to vote for. If I can't agree with any side, I'm not going to vote. I don't see a point in that. Why choose? I don't like any of them. Both options suck. So I'm not going to vote for any options. And also, your vote doesn't matter. A lot of people think that their votes matter, that your vote does not matter. Let's just get down to the nitty-gritty. It does not matter what you vote for. The only votes that matter is the electoral votes. If you are not in that seat, it does not matter. Why waste your time? I'm not going to waste my time. It doesn't matter. My opinion does not matter. That, like, if we had an actual fair to where our opinions actually mattered and we would actually take a proper and fair vote and not use the electorals as a majority vote, one person should not get 25% of a voting area. Well, it's not that much, but you understand what I'm saying. It should be equal. It should be one per person, not an electoral vote where it's a whole bunch, No, that's not fair. That's not cool. It should be fair and equal to where if 3,000 people voted in the state of Kansas, I don't know how many people we have, probably a hell of a lot more, but I'm going to go with the ballpark of 3,000. It's going to be a lot more, but just to give an estimate, if 3,000 people voted, okay, and 2,000 of those people voted for one person, the other 1,000 voted for the other person, but 2 electoral votes voted for the person that only got the 1,000 votes, the 1,000 votes is going to win. So that was basically 1,002 votes versus 2,000 votes. But those electoral votes take so much of a vote that it doesn't matter about those 2,000 votes. It doesn't matter. What they wanted doesn't matter. It's not going to happen. The lesser amount is going to happen because the electoral votes took that over. I am not here for that game. Do not care for it. Do not want to participate in that game. And also, I do not want jury duty. Absolutely not. I just don't. I just don't want to. I just don't care for it. I just don't want to. So, I don't have the time for that. I'm not doing it. Unless I'm getting paid a proper amount, I'm not doing it. Don't care. But I also will have a lot of opinions, and I could be very biased. So I don't want to do it. So I'm not registered. Don't care to. And I'm about to be 28 years old. Will I ever register to vote? Probably not. That's just me. That's just me personally, and my opinion is what it is. Anyways.
dare you grow as a person? How dare you say something different than the stuff you used to say? How dare you consider switching? I loved you when I agreed, now I hate you just for existing. Hate you for this, that, and I hate you for living. I'll comment every time you post, and I'll say that you're grifting and hate women. You're a racist and a shameful depiction of white privilege, a supremacist, a rapist, a villain, a fucking Nazi. Basically, he murdered the Jews. He dog whistles, gaslights are the words that I use. I don't quite know what they mean, but I heard them on the news. What I'm trying to say is, Webby, fuck you!
Fuck you, bitch, I'm still the same Webby. I'm still in Connecticut. I'm still donating every year to save the elephants. Still say thank you for your service to the veterans.
That will be the one thing out of this entire song that I've agreed on. Elephants are my favorite animal, and they are so endangered for their husk and whatnot, and it's just, one day they're not going to exist anymore, and that's so sad. Would love to pet one. And another fact that you probably don't know about elephants is you should not ride on them. The reason why circuses only do little children because they can only handle so much. A full-grown adult, even if it's just one, it doesn't matter if you are 160 pounds, you should not ride on an elephant. They might be big and strong, but they actually have very sensitive backs. And yeah, it's just, you should not ride them. So yeah.
And still fuck your mom every Thursday when I'm in town. I bust that bitch down. Didn't like me then? Well, how you?
I would not doubt that. I wouldn't even doubt that. If he were to come up to me and legitimately tell me that he fucked my mother, I wouldn't doubt it. I might actually 110% believe it. My mom's kind of a hoe. She'll never watch this. Please don't ever tell her I said that. Honestly, I don't even care. She knows. She knows, and I've told her that before. I will not say it. I will not be fake. I will not say anything behind someone else's back that I would not say to their face. And trust me, I have said that to her face on plenty of occasions. My mother is a hoe. Is what it is. I don't know what to say. She's also a cheater.
Hey, when I'm in town, I bust that bitch down. Didn't like me then, well, how you like me now? Cause bitch, I'm a pro, I don't need a pronoun. So from right now till I'm in the ground, going spread the word. Webby's back up on that bullshit again. If you're a pussy, I suggest you run and hide. Pussy. Then go tell your friends. Webby's back up on that bullshit again. And this time I think I've truly lost my mind. And now I'm back on my bullshit.
Webby's back, motherfucker.
I don't think that was the reaction that you were hoping for, Mr. William, but that is the reaction that you got. I'm so sorry. I had so much to say. There was so much to cover in that song. I can't even express that enough. I wonder how long this is. This is a 35-minute video, like a 4-minute song or something. Um, there was just so much to talk about. If you still want me to do Sandbox and Daydream, I definitely will, only because he does have a nice sound and a nice flow. I might not have agreed with this song particular, but I am not going to be the person that completely knocks out someone's music over a few opinions that they have. If they have a good song, they have good songs. I mean, kind of like Chris Brown. I don't really care for him as a person. To be honest, though, it's not my business. I don't really know what happened between him and Rihanna all those years ago. I know women, and women can be very crazy and have a lot of mouths. And if I know anything, like my sister, okay, I don't know Rihanna or whatnot, or what the situation was. But I know people like my sister, and my sister will mouth off until she cannot mouth off anymore. She will speak her shit until she is warned so many times to where she's actually hit. I cannot express. So my sister has been hit on several occasions by several people, not just the people that she was in relationships with, but other people as well, because she will run her mouth consistently. My sister is the type of person to where some people were looking at her, and just because she had really cool hair, we like to color her hair, and she had really cool hair, so they were just looking at her hair and admiring. And she rolled down the window and straight up was like, "The fuck you looking at, bitch?" Said, "I was just looking at your hair, bitch. But if you want to go," and I was like, "Oh my god, like we can't be doing this. This is so crazy." But yeah, like I said, she runs her mouth, and so the men she's dated will sit there and be like, "If you do not shut up, I'm going to hit you. You need to walk away. You're really making me mad." And she does not care, and she will continue to run her mouth. So at that point, it's on her. She was warned on several occasions. They tried their best to hold their fist, but man, sometimes it's really hard, especially with those women that want to keep running their mouth. And so at that point, don't hate on me for saying this, but I am a true believer, man. You get what you get, and you don't, man, if you were warned, that's your own fault at that point. Like, it's your own fault. It's like raising children. If I tell a child on 20 different occasions, you cannot have that sugar. You cannot eat that candy bar. If you eat the candy bar, I'm gonna beat your ass. Do not eat that candy bar. Do not eat that candy bar. If I see you eating that candy bar, I swear to God. And they go and eat that candy bar, I'm probably gonna beat your ass because I told you 20 different times not to eat the fucking candy bar. I don't know that's on you at that point. You were told not to do it and you still did it. I don't know what to say. So, so like I said, I don't know what happened in the situation, but that doesn't mean that I'm going to knock his music. That's where I was getting at, because he does have some good songs and he does have some good music with Joyner Lucas. So I can't like knock a person on their music all alone. Same with actors, you know. like Megan Fox. Okay, for example, I don't. She had in history. Um, she may have apologized for it now or not. I don't really remember the logistics, but she had a history with some racial remarks and whatnot. Not very proud of that. Uh, can't really support that. But she's still a really good actress, and she can still portray a role really well. So it's just one of those things. It's really hard. I might not support people as people all the time, but I'm not going to knock all their stuff away because they could have some really good, music out there that could really like save me in some kind of way. And since you never know, okay. So that's, but anyways, if you stay to the end, fantastic. If not, that's okay. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next one. It's a long video.